Well, hello, how's it going? Streaming from my phone today. Let's see, let me mute. Here we go. All right, it's phone streaming day because the intermediary servers for my main stream are down. So we are doing it from the phone. Hey D Gonzalez, hey, how are you doing? How is it going? We turn receiving off, turn Bluetooth off, and there we go. Hey D, hey, how is it going? We're using the phone today, so the voice probably sounds pretty bad. Kayla, proud mama, hi, how are you? All right, let's get some tarot ready. Do some shuffling. Susan, hello, how is it going? We are just chilling out, doing some live tarot. How does Cam feel about me? Jade, welcome. Wolfie, hello, how's it going? Marianne, G.A. Peach, welcome. How are you doing? Vanita Jean, how's it going? Bria and Kimmy. So we're streaming from the phone today because the intermediary servers that it uses for my main stream are down. So we're just sort of winging it at this point. Making it up as we go along, because that's what we're going to do today, is make it up as we go along. So let me move this over here. There we go. Heidi, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Well, there's not going to be any titles today. It's we're just going to sort of wing it, see how it goes. There's a bit of an echo. Yeah, I can't do much about it. There's a bit of an echo on my phone. Why would there be echo on my phone? I have no idea. Anyway, Jesse, how is it going? Hello, Mystic Cats Psychic Readings. Hello, how's it going? Let's see how it sounds. Oh, yeah, that's just room echo. That is room echo. It's what it is. Okay, Haiti wants to know, I would like to know, when is Jay going to call me and come see me? All right, let's find that out. When is Jay going to call you and come see you? Throw down some cards. We have no green screen today. We have no love screen. We have no job screen. We're going, really basic today. Really basic today. Wolfie, what is going on? All right. So let's find out about Jay, when Jay is going to call me and come see me. All right. Let's find out about all of that. So here we have the room echo. Yeah, that's actually the room echo because it is a bit echoey in here. It is hardwood floor. Hello, Arlene. How's it going? Susan, hey, how are you? The echo isn't bad enough to be distracting. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have absolutely no other way to stream tonight except through the phone. So, oh, do I have a stand for this? I think I might somewhere. Probably not in this room. Anyway, so let's look at Jay. So we're looking at when is Jay going to call me and come see me. The star, I think that Jay is definitely looking to that or looking forward to that. I think Jay is sort of, hey, how's it going? Hike's Crossing, how are you? So Jay is sort of headed your way, basically. The star sort of guided to you, sees you as the opportunity, wants to be around, and definitely has that scope and that desire. I think that also that Jay could be, pretty much to where that this person is comfortable with you and they're sort of guided to you sort of from the start, right? The Three of Wands, I've sort of been thinking about it for a while now. I think they're thinking about it, but they haven't taken any action. So the Three of Wands is sort of looking out into the distance. Larry, hey, how's it going? Looking out into the distance and trying to surmise what the situation is. And I think part of this is that they've been thinking about it for a while, but they haven't done it, or they have some hesitation for it. So they're trying to sort of figure that out. Kimberly, hey, how's it going? So the devil, when they do sort of come around, the Seven of Pentacles and the Judgment as well, I think actually the Seven of Pentacles appears quite a bit on your particular reading. So that's interesting. Yeah, Arlene, I love Chiro's cards as well. So the Seven of Pentacles points to that they expect something from this call. They expect something. It's like they're going to try to arrange something or to come see you or try to arrange something further, try to arrange sort of to move the situation farther in or move the situation farther. I don't think that they're just going to call for random sake. I think that they have a purpose and they're sort of fixed about wanting something. So they definitely want something. Seven of Pentacles, they want to sort of get something started, get some things moving. A judgment, they do as well want something more long term, or they do want something to where that you both can be together type thing. With a judgment, sort of a rebirth of the relationship or restarting of different modes of the relationship and things like that. So the judgment is sort of a combination there as far as getting things started, getting things going. They definitely want something. The devil sort of indicates that there's probably a good reason they haven't called you or come see you, and that could be because of a bit of a hesitation or some other factors in their life making it a bit of, not exactly something they want to launch forward and do immediately. So there's a bit of hesitation involved there as well. So anyway, there you go for Jay calling and coming to see you. Anyway, Heidi Gonzalez, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. And let's see, who else we got? We got free readings. He wants to live together. There you go. Yeah, definitely has some plans together and some things together. So you're going to live together with Jay? Is that going to be something that you're going to go forward with? How Pisces thinks about me as a person? Wolfie wants to know. Night reader, let's see. Yeah, he wants to live together. Hello, Kimberly Corner. Chill's cards are great. Tarot Magician, welcome. Tarot Magician, we're streaming from the phone today because the intermediary servers that my mainstream uses are dead. So we got to sort of wing it tonight. We're winging it tonight because that's what we do here. Got to figure it out as we go along. Hey, Kayla, hey. So Tarot Magician, when are we going to do your belated birthday stream? Are we going to retry it? Are we going to retry it someday? All right, so Wolfie wants to know, how does Pisces think about me as a person? Let's check that out. How does Pisces think about me as a person? There you go. All right, let's find out about the old Pisces and what they think about you as a person. All right. I'm so disorganized now. I'm disorganized. I've been taken off guard. I've been taken off guard by all the servers being down. It's the servers cannot be contacted. Check your internet connection. So I have a 800 up and a 900 down internet connection because I'm hardwired into the modem. So I think my internet connection's good. I think we're going good on that. Brianna Santiago, hello. Hey, how's it going? Well, that other screen was the trick. Yeah, we're down. The servers are dead. So, there you go. I'm in a birthday bash. There you go. Cool. Have fun with that, Larry. All right. How do they think about you as a person? The Ace of Pentacles. They look at you sort of as a stabilizing factor or as a stable factor in their life. Let's see. What was the question? How do they feel as me as a person? Let's see. Pisces thinks of me as a person. For Wolfie, there you go. So they think of you as a stable factor or something that can be stable. So that you have a potential to be there all the time. You have a potential to be around. You're not flighty. You don't, go here and go there and you leave and come back, and you're pretty stable. So they see you as a stable entity or as a stable thing within their life. Michaela, how is it going? Haiti, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate it. Saying lies about me, not the truth. I'd like to know what my mom was thinking of me. Cool. We'll do that in just a minute, Haiti. But yeah, it's sort of a stabilizing factor, some stable thing in their life. They do think that you do do try to play some verbal games sometimes, a bit of verbal games where you're sort of fishing for information. You're trying to outsmart people sometimes. You're trying to get maybe one up on people occasionally, but you're just trying to, trying to feel people out and trying to discover what people think before you act. So you sort of want to get a feedback before you go forward with what you have in order to get that going. And I think that's sort of important from you sometimes, is to figure out how people are going to react before you go all in, because you don't really want to go all in unless you know that it's going to turn out well. So you don't really want to sort of just dive in for no reason. You want to kind of get the feel of the court to find out how the ball game is being played, type thing. High Priestess says that you do have sort of a secretive side to you, right? Behind the veil, you have a secretive side, an intuitive side, yes, but also a secretive side that is a side that you don't want people to see, or a side that you don't want the world to know. And that's going to be important for you because you want to keep that to yourself. And so you don't really let people in all the way in. You sort of just give them a preview sometimes of what you're thinking or what you're doing and whatnot. So you do have that sort of side to you as well, right? But you do have the stabilizing factor. You do like to figure out how things are going before you jump all in as well. And I think you're sort of protective of yourself as well emotionally. I don't think that you like to just give out your emotions or give out your feelings for no reason whatsoever. I think it's important to you that the person be reciprocating the emotions. If you're going to go into a relationship, you're going to go into a friendship, I don't think you like that one-way type thing as far as that goes as well. Anyway, so that is the answer to your question. All right, let's find out. Cappy, hello. How is it going? Shaker Maker, welcome. Shaker Maker, we're on our phone today. We're on our phone today because the servers are down. CM, hello. How is it going? And Susan, how are you? All right, so let's find out about this question. Haiti Gonzalez wants to know, I'd like to know what my mom is thinking of me. She's saying lies about me that's not the truth. All right, let's try the This Might Hurt Tarot. We don't have the Trump Bucks screen today. No love screen, no mom screen, no Trump dollar screen. We got nothing. We got nothing. We're going raw today. We're going raw today. All right, what my mom is thinking of me. Let's find out. She's saying lies, not the truth. Let's check it out and see what happens with all of that. Yeah, one more. I like big spreads and I cannot lie. Those other tarot readers, they can't deny. All right. Is it really that echoey? Let me figure this out. That's not bad. It's just the room. It's the room, basically. So, yeah. All right. What is my mom thinking of me? She's saying to people lies about me that is not the truth. Aquarius Owl. Hey, Owl. Owl, it has been quite some time since you've been over. How is it going? How are you doing? Okay. So, let's find out about that. First, what mom's thinking of you. 9 of Cups, 4 of Swords. I think mom considers you to be an overall emotional person, an emotional person. So you react sometimes to things emotionally. You approach situations from an emotional perspective, and that's how you sort of approach things sometimes instead of, a lot of logical things. And I think that's where your strength is, though, right? Because you're able to approach things emotionally, you don't sit there and have to analyze things for hours. You don't have to rethink things 10 times before you take some action. You have an intuitive side, an emotional side, where you can sort of just react to things and move through things because you have that advantage of a bit of the intuition, a bit of the emotional side. So she thinks that sometimes that, by the way, entertainment purposes only, she thinks that sometimes that you rely too much on that emotional side and you don't use the logical side as much as you should or as much as you could with a variety of these situations, right? And that sort of causes, in her opinion, that sort of causes you to make decisions that hurt other people or decisions that are not advantageous to other people. So she sees the emotional side as a bit too winging it or a bit too creative or a bit too, quick to react. And she sees that as a disadvantage. She thinks that maybe you should do more research or do more of a stable type, research to where you're looking at a situation, you're evaluating the tactics and things like that. And that wouldn't either hurt people or that wouldn't, or that would be more advantageous to the situations with other people. So get a hitter when I never said that or anything. Yeah. She just, thinks about the emotional side and thinks about that that type side as well. So yeah, disadvantageous, sort of pointing to the, I guess, Ten of Swords, pointing to something like that. But sort of lies with that thing, right? So I think that the Nine of Cups and the Three of Pentacles is interesting. So, but yeah, I mean, it seems that she's trying to get something done or trying to get people on her side instead of your side, right? So she's performing that work and she's doing that work trying to get people on her side instead of your side. It's like a you against her sometimes, right? And the Nine of Cups, she has all of these things sort of planned out, all of these things trying to get where she wants to go. So it's sort of like her plan to get people on her side rather than your side. So she thinks it's a, us versus them when it's actually not, right? It's actually not an us versus them. Everybody should be combined together. Everybody should be together. That's how families work and whatnot. But she just doesn't see it that way. And I think that it does bother her that she sees it in this alternate way. And I think that she'll eventually just change and go back to being more normal eventually. I think once she doesn't see you as a combatant or doesn't see you as a competition, I think that she'll relax more and then go back to normal. And anyway, that's what the This Might Hurt Tarot says. All right, let's see. Will T contact me next week? All right. A piece of toast on the floor, and it was yum. What has happened between me and A in 2020? All right, sorry about that. I can't mute, so you can hear me clear my throat. Sorry in advance. I can't mute the phone. All my nice tools are unavailable. They're unavailable. I'm having to wing it over here. This is how it goes. Okay, so let's see. Can I ask how Chris Libra's feeling about me? Do you think he'll move forward? All right. Adriana Gazelle, hello. How's it going? We'll do the Wizard's Tarot for this one and find out about all that good stuff. I'm without all of my fancy tools. I feel alone and afraid. I feel alone and afraid. Let's see. Will my live stream go okay? Hopefully. Okay, so how Chris is feeling about me, do you think he'll move forward? Do we think that Chris will move forward? How's Chris thinking about me? I'm so glad I do not use my phone for chat because that little screen, the chat just scrolls off of it so quickly. I can't imagine people using their phone for chat. That would be terrible. That would be very terrible. Because you can only see 2 lines of chat. Maybe 1 line, depends upon how much they type. So, not very good, not very good. Speaking of not very good, the Hangman upside down. How different is that, right? All right, so we're reading for Ariana. Can I ask how Chris is feeling about me? Do you think he will move forward? So, let's find out about that. The Lovers, they're feeling pretty good about you. Feeling pretty good about you. I think that he has sort of a bit of hesitation with, as far as the Seven of Wands go, a bit of that defensiveness, towards a relationship because they're afraid to get hurt, right? They're afraid to get hurt. They have a bit of that defensiveness towards the relationship, and they're sort of getting through that and getting past that and moving into a better space or a better place. I do think that they've had some bad relationships in the past, and they're trying to move forward and get things done now. But again, that hesitation is still there. It's sort of like a cloud that hangs over, and they're kind of hesitant about doing this stuff as well. I do think that they have some good intentions, or they do want to move forward, and they do want to, sort of get things going. The Lovers, pretty much as the first card on here says, that we're looking good for that as well. But again, sort of being burned in the past, having some issues, a bit of hesitation, and their friends are sort of chiming in on it as well and saying, hey, you want to watch out for this, watch out for that, find the red flags and whatnot. So again, just trying not to get hurt, trying to move past the bad things that have happened before, and sort of trying to figure all of this stuff out as far as the Ten of Swords is concerned. I think that when they come in and when they want to move forward, they're going to do it in a bit of a different way. I don't think they're going to do it in a sort of a straight shot, to where they're just going to come straight in and go, yes, let's move directly forward. Let's do that. I don't think it's going to be something where they're too excited about it, but they're just going to sort of do it for doing its sake. And the Hangman says they're going to come in with this unusual perspective in that respects too, because again, they're still not 100% forward. They're still going to have a little bit of hesitancy, and they're going to sort of try to come in the back way or come in the side door, to try to figure out how the things go. But yeah, as far as the Lovers being the first card, they do want to move forward. They do want to get that action going, and you do have a lot of that good stuff there. A lot of the good stuff there. You just have to sort of be patient with this person. Got to be a little bit patient with them, and yeah. You want to be taken serious, don't we all? But I think that the Lovers is a very positive card to start that on. Is a positive card to start that on. Renee wants to know, who are we on? Well, Renee, if the servers weren't down, I would have it typed up on the screen for you, and it would be really obvious. But that is just how it goes tonight. Just how it goes tonight. Right now, we're wandering around. Renee. We're trying to figure out who to do next. Not literally who to do next, but, Cappy Love, will T contact me next week? Let's figure that out with our favorite, everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. The Wonderland Tarot. The Wonderland Tarot. Everybody loves it, enjoys it, wants to see it, wants to see Alice wandering around, trying to find where she's at. All right. So will T contact me next week? Is that just a basic yes or no? I'm going to go for a 3-card yes or no about T. Throwdown, will T contact you next week? I'm going to say yes. I mean, we have the 8 of Wands. It says that T is sort of headed your way fairly quickly. I actually think it may be sooner than next week. Maybe sooner than next week, because the 8 of Wands, when you sort of see it in a reading, it does mean that we do have an accelerated movement or an accelerated time frame type feel here, right? So the 8 of Wands is a rapid movement. So it could be earlier than next week. The 7 of Wands is back. It looks like 7 of Wands is going to be all night tonight. All night tonight. We're going to have all sorts of 7 of Wands. Rachel, hello. Hey, how's it going? But the 7 of Wands, they may have something to say that you're not pleased about, but when they contact you, it may be the beginning of combat, right? The 7 of Wands, they may be a bit defensive, or you may You may be a bit defensive as far as the 7 of Wands goes. When they call, maybe you get into something, a little bit of a spat, or I don't know what happens. But the 3 of Pentacles, they are sort of scheduling it almost, right? Sort of scheduling it. They know they need to call you. They're wanting to call you, but they're not going to call you right now. So, they're just going to give you a call next week. So that sort of doesn't really jive well with the 8 of Wands, but something's happening where I think that something will happen where they just sort of throw down and contact you a bit earlier than expected, but because of something else that happens. There we go. Wow, this is really challenging to do this way. All right. Temperance Tarot. Hey, how's it going? How are you? Sweetheart, welcome. How is it going? What is the blue deck picking through? What is that blue deck peeking through? That is the Dark Mansion Tarot. Everyone's favorite. Speaking of which, Michelle, will it be offered a full-time job by the end of the year? Been working my butt off. Now I got Corona. Now she's got the Corona scare. Working the butt off. Got a combination of things going on here. You have a combination of things going on here, Michelle. So will it be offered a full-time job? Let us check that out. Oh, I miss I miss the old days when I could stream, when I could stream properly, when I could stream properly. So it's a yes or no question. It's a yes or no question. And the yes or no question is, will I be offered a full-time job at the end of the year? Well, Six of Wands and then the Tower. I think that you're going to be offered a full-time job, but it's not the one that you're sort of waiting for. I think it's not the one that you're sort of waiting for. I think it's one that's going to require quite a dynamic and quite a robust uh, readjustment period to get into, right? Because the Tower right after the Six of Wands. So the Six of Wands is the Lord of Victory, right? The Lord of Victory. It indicates success. It indicates good things are coming. Six of Wands is a very positive card. The Tower after it means, sure, we're going to get it. We're going to get what we want, but is it really what we want once we get into it? I think once you get into it, it could be just a more working your butt off, more working your butt off. The Tower says that maybe you have a different situation when you get in there that you're not too thrilled about, right? It is a different sort of feel once you get in there. It could also mean that you get into a full-time job and the full-time job sort of collapses or doesn't have the opportunities that you're looking for, right? Because a lot of times we'll get excited about a job, we get into the job, and it's very dead end. It's very, let's work 12 hours a day. And it's just, very dead end type thing where you don't have upper movement. You don't have any opportunities. There's a lot of different challenges with it that you're not too excited about. So the Tower could indicate a lot of different things, but basically it's not going to be something where you sort of settle in very quickly. Vicky, hello, how's it going? And Renee, how's it going? Kevin, what's going on? But yeah, you do have a sense of something is happening that is unexpected once you get into this job. But as far as the yes or no question, the Six of Wands points to success. Now, what did the Queen of Swords and the Page of Pentacles have to do with this? One of which is you take a pay cut with the full-time job. So it seems that you do get offered a full-time job. It is something where you can go work and do that type of thing, but it doesn't pay as well as you had hoped, right? The Page of Pentacles, it may pay a little bit less than what you're expecting. The Queen of Swords, they want you in the full-time job right away. When they contact you, it's basically like a setup. It's like a setup job interview. Have you seen those to where you go and they'll ask you a bunch of really fluffy questions, and the fluffy questions you're just like, why am I being asked these weird questions? And then they're like, congratulations, you're hired. By the way, there's something unusual here. So you get hired. It may be a bit low of pay, not dramatically, but the interview is going to be very odd because they're going to ask you almost no questions, and you're going to just pass the interview with flying colors, even though you didn't really do anything. So yeah, because of the Tower, something unexpected is waiting for you there. Something unexpected with that Tower is hanging out for you, and good luck with all of that. Good luck with all of that. They know me, waiting for full time. There you go. Already work somewhere casual. That's cool. Well, maybe you get into a full-time thing, and hopefully it works out great. Brianna, my G Drive isn't working, so I guess I'll chat with everyone. Okay. The Google Drive is down. There's a lot of things down. There's a lot of things sort of dead right now. All right. Streamlabs. Where did you even come from, Streamlabs? I have no idea what's going on. Kayla, proud mama. What's in store for me and Daryl? What's in Daryl from The Walking Dead? That guy? What's in store for me and Daryl as far as love for 2020? Love for 2020. Well, let's find out. By the way, if you ordered the Echoes of Nature and you ordered just the deck itself, it has shipped. So I did ship it. If you like these and you ordered it and you paid money, it's shipped to you. You'll have it Monday. Well, unless you're overseas, then you'll have it in 4 weeks. Because of the pandemic is going to be delaying that shipment for sure. Absolutely for sure. The Tower indeed. All right, we are reading. What are we doing? We're reading somebody. What's in store for me and Daryl in 2020? Let's find out about old Daryl and what is in store for you and Daryl I assume Daryl is your honey. I assume Daryl's the honey. And what's in store between you and your honey in 2020? Let's find out about that. All right, Echoes of Nature. Thank you so much, Larry. I appreciate it. All right, what's in store for you? I think that pretty stable, right? We have a nice stability. You do have some conflicts. You do have some issues coming up later in 2020. I was saying that, sort of at the end of 2020, we do have a bit of trouble brewing. Have a bit of trouble brewing as far as the Ten of Swords late in the year, but the rest of the year looks really good. We have the Queen of Cups. I think that you have that emotional bond. You have that emotional bonding type thing going on. You have a good emotional feel and emotional empathy for each other. I think everything's going very positive as far as that's concerned. So the Queen of Cups looks very positive emotionally into the Two of Cups, which again, a positive card, into the Nine of Cups, which again is a positive card. So it's like the whole year is pretty steady. I think there's going to be a couple of interesting things though. One is the finances are going to come into play. I think just finances are just going to come back and haunt you at some point during the year, because of the pandemic scare, because of people stocking up, because of things like that. I think it's going to put a little rift in between both of you as far as that's concerned, because you do have that sort of financial weirdness going on with all of this, because some people are overspending on stocking up, some people have iffy jobs and things like that. So I think you do have a bit of a financial, not really a burden, but maybe a disagreement on how things should be handled and whatnot. Points to the Nine of Cups being collecting things a bit too much. And again, I think during the end of the year, you do have some problems and some difficulties and some things coming about that aren't going to be optimal as well. And that's how certain things about it, that's just how it goes. But yeah, you have a bit of challenges after you sort of move into that October, November time frame, maybe around the holidays and whatnot. Have some disagreements about what should be going on, who should be where, how things should be proceeding, and all that stuff. So, why does my ex want me back? He's a Pisces. Okay, let's find out about that. Makes sense. Okay, cool. We can use the Dreamscape Tarot. The Dreamscape Tarot. There's what it looks like, the Dreamscape Tarot. And person comes from, we were talking. So why does my ex want me back? Renee wants to know. Maybe because they love you. Maybe because they miss you. You never know. You just never know. Maybe because the stream is down. Maybe because the stream is down and now you're having to use your phone tonight. You don't have all your cool toys that you play with on stream. You're just sort of winging it. That's why they want you back. Okay, maybe not really. How do I get a reading? Just ask the question. There you go. All right. So, what's the question again? Why does my ex want me back? Why? Oh, Queen of Cups, Six of Wands, and Five of Cups. I think they don't want you back for a long time, for a long term. I think they want you back for a short term. I think they want you back for a short-term relationship. A short-term relationship. Why do I say that? Because we have the Lord of Victory, success. Things go well. The Six of Wands. We have that a bit of reuniting with the honeymoon period. Everyone is excited and enthralled and thrilled and ready to go. And then we have the Five of Cups. Everything sort of dissolves into nothing. I think that they want you back for a short-term thing, right? To reinitiate the honeymoon period, to get back on track, to get excited again about being together, to fall in love again. We love each other. We need to fall in love one more time. Just one more time. And then we're going to bail. So that's pretty much how it looks, right? The Hierophant sort of says that they've been planning this for a while as well. We got a lot of this theme tonight. They've been planning this. They know the consequences. They know the things that went wrong before. They don't care. They don't really care. They want things to be back, but they don't want things to be back long term. They want things to be back permanently. But a bit of that magical love feeling once again, right? With the Queen of Cups, a bit of that love, a bit of that passion again. Let's reunite. Let's get things started again and see how it's going to go. Even if it goes challenging, even if we run into the same problems that we broke up in the first place, we might as well give it a try again. But you're sort of back to the basics, right? Back to the basics of uh, if you don't fix the problem that broke you up in the first place and you just run into the situation again, you're going to end up in the same spot because the problem was never fixed. So if that person is not willing to change their behavior, that person's not willing to adjust and fix the things that happened the last time, if they're not willing to work with you to get things permanent, then you may end up in the Five of Cups situation where you're back at square one or back at square three or whatever. So yeah, you never know. You never know with the exes. All my exes are from Texas. Not literally. Not literally from Texas. But a lot of them are. Oscar the Grouch, indeed. Let's see. Christine wants to know about love forecast. Get my love life. You know what, my future spouse, I never had a boyfriend. Wait a minute. You've never had a boyfriend? Should I give up my love life? That's a tough question. I want to do that one. That's a tough one. You've never had a boyfriend and you want to give up. You're thinking about just throwing in the towel. Let's just get the towel, let's toss it and throw it in and find out what's going to happen. All right. Karina Chandler, we will try that out and figure that out. There we go. We'll do an in-depth reading and then we'll bail because this phone thing is driving me bananas. It's driving me bananas. It is. I gotta go. So hopefully the service will be back up tomorrow. But I'm suffering just to bring you a live stream. I'm just suffering so I can bring you a live stream because that's what I do. And I didn't want to miss a day. I hate missing a day. I don't want to miss it. All right, Corinna. Let's see. What's Corinna saying? Maybe I'm ugly. Probably not. Let's see. Love is overrated. There you go. Brianna Santiago just gave you a reading. She said love is overrated. There you go. Nine of Swords. This is bothering you way too much. It's bothering you way, way too much. I think that you have this expectation of how things go in love, and maybe it's based too much on movies or Disney Channel or something. But the Nine of Swords into Strength says that you have some unrealistic expectations of how things should be going. Because a lot of times love is like the Eight of Coins, where it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Things go random. Things go awry. Some people aren't exactly the way that you thought they would be. Some people are a pain in the butt, but you have to put up with them. But they end up loving them anyway, even though they're the pain in the butt. And, that's a lot of difficulty with that, right? But I think that you think about it too much, you worry about it too much, and you're kind of hard on yourself, right? Kind of hard on yourself for that Nine of Swords. I have the sort of the nightmare. I'm a bit difficult on myself. I'm a bit hard on myself because I have these expectations that love is like this. And a lot of times love is not like that at all, right? It's like, it's like a new job. You think you know what you're getting into, and then you get into something totally weird because the job is totally different than what you expected. Or the job is totally different than what they said on the resume, or what they said on the requisition. Okay, but Strength says you're able to get through this. You're able to move forward. You're able to get through this, and you're able to be successful. Right? It's just a matter of meeting people. It's a matter of meeting people and getting out there and talking to people, meeting people, saying hi, saying hello, finding people, finding their good things about them, and talking to them. And then once you start talking to them, you get to know people, and you get to like more people than other people. So that's sort of, that's sort of the strength. That's sort of letting yourself go, letting yourself open up emotionally, letting yourself be available for, you know, some guy to be friendly with you, or some guy to approach you, or things like that. So that's going to take a lot of work. I mean, you've never been had a boyfriend before. It's going to be kind of difficult to begin with, but the Eight of Coins says if you sort of work at that, then that's going to be pretty good. I think that you actually get it. To think you actually get it done, right? The Seven of Coins says take it in small steps. You don't have to jump in front of some random dude and have a boyfriend tomorrow, right? The Seven of Coins sort of planting the seeds, taking small steps, taking incremental steps, and finding people one at a time, talking to them and seeing if you like them, right? Sort of lose if you have any really high expectations, sort of, you know, bring those down a bit. Find some nice guys, find some nice people, and hang out with them. You don't have to, you know, date them. You just hang out with them, and then things just kind of happen from there, right? So you're hanging out, you're both there, and then things sort of escalate, things sort of move around, and so just start hanging out with people. So the more you hang out with people, the more you're around friends, the more friends try to hook you up with people, the more you're around guys, just say hello and be friendly, and just be a friendly person. Then the Seven of Coins says you're planting those seeds for people to be attracted to you, and people want to hang out with you and move forward with stuff like that. So the Knight of Coins says I do think that you have an opportunity for relationships. I do think you have an opportunity for a lot of good stuff, but you just have to go out there and start doing it, right? The Knight of Coins, they're moving towards the coins floating in the air. They just need to move towards that direction and keep strong in that direction, and just be yourself and hang out with people and meet people, talk to people, and then things just sort of happen from there. So again, if you have don't be hard on yourself, don't be critical, don't be nervous, just be the person that's always hanging out with people, and then you get in relationships that way, right? Anyway, so that's sort of where we go with that, and that is the end of the phone stream. The end of the phone stream. So hopefully the servers are back up tomorrow, and we will do the regular stream then, and hopefully everything goes well. So anyway, thank you for joining me. I greatly appreciate it. And we will dismount the phone and find the stop button somewhere. Where is the stop button? Where? Okay. All right. See you next time. Thank you for joining.